Okay. Hey there, record-loving friends. It's Brian from TokyoRecordStyle. I am off of work. TGIF, it's Friday, woohoo! And I am driving over to my friend H's house for a short visit. I'm not sure if he's going to be there, and I'm taking a chance. It's just, I'm going to cut across town. It's a nice night, and I'm just going to unwind on a nice motorcycle ride. And I have a little business that I want to take care of with H.E., so I am headed over to his place in Tsukiji. Hi, I'm Brian, and this is TokyoRecordStyle, and I'm live streaming from my 360 Insta360 X5 camera, and I'm streaming to my YouTube channel. And hi, I hope you're having a good time already. We're off to a start here. Now here's the deal. This camera, you can move your mouse or move your finger across your device, and you can choose whatever perspective you want to see. That's the way this live stream is set up. It's a 360-degree live stream here in Tokyo. I'm on 246. I'm driving past Omotesando right now, very famous boulevard, and I'm streaming my ride across Tokyo. Now, I can't see any comments, and I can't reply to anything. I can only keep my eyes here on the road. And the way that Insta360 does it with YouTube is that you can't interact with the chat gallery, the peanut gallery. So if you want to leave a chat, by all means, I encourage you to do so, but I won't be able to see it until later. But you're most welcome to leave one, and I'll check it out. You know how the chats sort of aggregate like 24 hours later? I won't be able to see it very soon, but you can still leave a chat if you'd like, and I'd love for you to. And you can also leave a comment on the video, and I'll actually be able to see that before I'll be able to see the chats. For whatever reason, when the video is baking, after you go live, you can't see the chats until it does a little bit of processing. But you can see the chats immediately afterwards. And another option is that you can send me a DM on Instagram, and it'll pop up on my phone as a notification. So if you're watching, and thank you if you are, and forgive me for not being able to see if you are or you aren't, and you want to send out a hello, send me a DM at TokyoRecordStyle on Instagram, and the notification should pop up on my phone, and I'll shout you out. And if you're into 360 cameras, or you're into motorcycles, or you're a Japanophile, or you've been to Tokyo and you love Tokyo, or maybe you're here because you love music. I normally am talking about music. I'm talking about like record collecting and documenting music lovers on the streets of Tokyo. And that's sort of the main thing of the channel. But I like to show off the city too. So today I'm showing off the city a little bit. I'm riding on my 1987 maybe. I forgot what year this is. 87 I did. Excuse me. 1987 Honda GB250 Clubman, which refuses to die. This bike is on its last leg. I've been saying that for about 2 years now, and she really is. She's just, she needs like a whole new engine, but they don't make parts for this bike anymore. Everything out there is off of an old bike anyway. So my motorcycle guru friends just tell me, drive it into the dirt. So that's what I'm doing. But I keep dropping money in her, like brakes, and she needs a new starter, and because I have another motorcycle that I'm working on right now, it's the exact same bike, but a much, 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 much nicer version of it, and it happens to have a sidecar. And we're doing some modifications on it, and we finally decided a deadline date for ourselves, which is not until December of this year, so we're still quite a ways away. And that's partly why I'm going over to Eiichi's house, is to think about it. There's the exhibition. If you turn to my right, there's the Ikebana, Sogetsu School of Ikebana, where I've made a lot of videos. And I'm just driving down 246 and gonna go over to Tsukiji. I'm gonna cut through Ginza and cut around the palace. I really hope Eiichi's home, and if he's not, it's gonna be okay, because I'll just cruise around and go back, and it'll have made for a nice, just after work ride, a nice little cut loose. This is a famous sweets shop over here on the right. I never remember the name of it. Very famous, very premium Japanese traditional sweets. Today was properly hot. It was properly hot, and I'm wearing like a fall jacket. I need to get like a summer, more of a lightweight thing, but I want sleeves on the motorcycle for as long as I can. At some point, you can't take the heat anymore, and you just go short sleeves, but. So let me know where in the world you're watching from. Nagatacho. This is where a lot of the government offices are for the... Oh, yeah, I upset this guy in front of me. Taxi driver. He's got a little bit of road rage. Okay, dude. No school. Okay, groovy. So over here on my left is the Imperial Palace. It's behind a wall, a great giant stone wall and a forest of trees and a moat. The castle is modest, not really that modest, but there's a rather sort of mid-century. But there is a giant moat that circumnavigates the residence and all the enormous grounds. It's a huge, huge, huge swath of land right in the center of Tokyo. And everything to the sort of east of the palace is east of Tokyo, and everything to the west of the palace is west of Tokyo, and everything to the south and to the north is respectively north and south of Tokyo, and the palace really represents the center of Tokyo. Oh no. My dear friend Eichi, his parents are quite elderly, and they live in Kumamoto, which is in Kyushu, which is on one of the southernmost island of the 4 main islands of Japan. And he goes there very frequently to go check in on his parents. And he could be, I imagine he might, the reason he didn't answer the phone call is because he's down there, in which case SCART might not be open. And I'm not gonna push my luck. I don't want to push my luck making videos at his place. So once I arrive there, if he is open, I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down so that I can just hang out with him and there's no pressure of him being on the stream. So the palace is over here on the left, and you'll see lots of people running around the palace. They're out for a evening jog, and it's about, I think it's like exactly 5K, one loop around the palace. So it's the perfect amount to get a good 5 or 10K in. And because there's, oh shoot, what am I doing? Whoops, what am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. So if you're just tuning in right now, thank you for being here. I'm streaming from my 360 camera, and you can, should we go this way? Let's go this way. I was gonna take you to Tokyo Station, but we'll just go this way. So you can move your pointer or your cursor or your finger across the screen of the device you're on, and you can control any view that you want to see. You can control the perspective as you like. And I just made a little bit of a wrong turn a little bit back, so I'm backtracking a little bit. So I unfortunately can't see any comments that or any chat, comments that you leave in the chat, because there's no way for me to see them here on the screen. But you're most welcome to leave them, or you can DM me, direct message me on my Instagram, and I think it should pop up on my screen. I think I have notifications set up so they pop up, but forgive me if you've sent one and they haven't popped up, or maybe just nobody's messaging me. That's okay too. Or I've missed it, perhaps. This little camera is pretty cool. When I scored it to document my journey back from Himeji, which is down in Hyogo Prefecture, which is like southwest of Kyoto and quite a ways away. And that's where I bought my other motorcycle with the sidecar. It took me 4 days to drive back to Tokyo, kind of taking the low road and the scenic route to get back, doing a little bit of camping on the way, and stopping at some record stores along the way. And I wanted to have a 360 camera to document some of that. And so managed to score one for that trip, and now it's been really fun to use to stream things like this. But I would like to use it more to, you know, maybe take you guys to record shops and show you record shops in a 360-degree environment. But to edit the footage that it takes, they're like, it's very huge files, and it's rather heavy on my computer, and my computer's a little bit out of date and full, and I kind of need to upgrade my computer before I can do some proper editing on this. Okay, we're rolling up on Ginza here, and if we're lucky, we might see, oh, Yornimer just chatted. What's up, Yornimer? In the house. I see your comment, dude. Thanks for being here. Yornimer just sent me a message on hit the like, I know you're already subscribed. Oh, there goes, okay, if we're lucky, we might see the Shinkansen blast over that bridge where the train, I'm not sure if you can see the train. That is the Nanisen. What line is that? I don't know what line that is, but that's also the Shinkansen tracks. Maybe that's the Keihin line? I forgot what line that is. But it's kind of a nice view when you can see the Shinkansen going overhead. Right behind it. Maybe, I can't quite remember. Anyway, happy to have you here. Thanks for tuning in. I was considering doing a DJ set tonight, but I bailed out to do this. This is Yurakucho. That's Yurakucho Concourse, and we're rolling. There's the. Oh no, this is the highway. This is kind of an interesting story. This road that's right here, it's a dead highway, and they're going to turn it into like a high line. They're going to turn it into a park. This thing that we're driving under right now, they're going to turn it into a park that you can walk across. And over here on my right is the Sony building, the very new Brutalist Sony building. Behind it is the Hermes glass block building, very special. And the Bottega building is here, Armani. And we're going up on Ginza. And here's Ginza Place. And this is a very special building that I'm somewhat connected to. This big white one right here, that's very special, the Nissan building. It's called Ginza Place, and it's very, very cool. I love Ginza Place. Very special building that I got to can be connected to. And then that's Mitsukoshi. That's like a very famous department store over there on the left. And then on my direct left is the Wako building, which is said to be the most expensive real estate in all of Japan. It's like one postage size stamp is worth $1 million or something like this. I can hear some saxophone. There's a guy playing saxophone over there. And in the daytime, this is called Chuo-dori, this road that goes from north to south. Is that which way? That we're getting ready to cross. And on the weekends, they open it up to, they close the traffic down and the pedestrians can go out on it, and it's really nice. It's a big boulevard. If you look to the left or to the right as I'm crossing here, I'll roll kind of slowly. And it's a big boulevard with lots of cool shops, and it's great. They have like little picnic tables out there and little parasols, and it's quite nice. And then we're going to be driving past the Kabukiza Theater. where the traditional kabuki, the art of kabuki theater is performed. The Kabukiza. And it's really beautiful. I've only been once. And it was just spectacular. It's kind of funny. Some people consider it boring, but it is a little bit slow, and they speak in a dialect that's kind of hard to understand. It's like quite old. It's like Shakespearean, sort of Japanese Shakespearean dialect. And if you haven't read the synopsis about what's being performed, or if you're not wearing the translating headphones, you can get a little lost. Come up here on my left. This is it right here, the Kabukiza. Maybe I can pull over just for a little bit. My starter is fucked on my motorcycle, so I can't stop, or I have to do a push start. But that's the Kabukiza. It's a really interesting theater inside there. So that's it. And this big giant building got built on top of it a couple years ago. It was a little controversial because they gutted this theater, which was very, very old, and they kind of redid it. And you can't really tell it's been redone, but because it all looks exactly the same, but they tore it down once and then rebuilt it. And I think I'm rolling up on Ningyo-cho. I think this area is called Ningyo-cho. Ningyo means doll. And this is like doll town. This is where you come to get the ohina-samas, and the various kinds of dolls, traditional Japanese dolls. We have lots of different kinds, but I really hope Eichi's home. Yornam, are you good? I hope you're good. How did you like Morgan? Did you see Morgan last night on last night's edition of Shimokitazawa Vox Pop? She was quite cool. Oh man, I'm smoking. I need to get some like, what do they call that? You know, like treatment for the engine, like oil additive type stuff. This over here to the far left, where the Lawson is, that's the old Tsukiji fish market. It's moved to Toyosu, but it was once there. It was said to be kind of quite dirty, and it needed a very big upgrade. And but we used to come here all the time and stay at our friend Eichi's house, and we would drink until 3 or 4 in the morning, and then we'd all mosey over to the fish market and enjoy very early morning fish market. It was super great. And Eichi, who lives here, you can still get fresh fish here. A lot of the vendors still are here, but the auction is different. It's a different place. And he's always cooking up fish. One of his main interests is fish. He loves fish. He loves cuisine, but he loves fish in particular. Yes, the Vox Pop was good, says Yornimer. Morgan was very cool. Wasn't she, though? She followed me back on Insta, so we'll stay connected, and if she comes back to Tokyo, we'll have to hit her up again. We'll make sure that we go to her set and make sure that we connect to her. Over here to my right is Honanji or something. It's where that audio, if you follow my Audio Technica record fair deal, that's where that was. I have a feeling Eichi might not be home. Man, the massage sounds great. Away from, damn it, it's closed, I think. Shit. It is closed. Oh no, wait, the light's on. Who's in there? I have to turn on over there. See if what up a second. Maybe I'll just leave this going. Maybe I'll just leave it off and I'm gonna start a stream on my way home. So thanks for tuning in to this one, and trek across the city to get back. You can tune in a little later and you can see, maybe we'll pass some cool things on the way home.